have you been kicked by light? Chapter 8. Che. It must be the saint healing skill rewarded by the city lord, right? Gee, it's a gold level skill, and the effect is so good. Awakening did not explain, cut, rare and strange. Do you want me to tell you that I am a hidden profession? After Yu Xiaofat felt that the amount of milk that woke up was sufficient, he smiled, held Su Xing's shoulder and said, Good brother, after the next copy, my 180 pounds of meat will be handed over to you, and I must give my milk comfort. After Yu Xiaofat said some precautions to Su Xing again, he asked, Xing, have you learned the spirit recovery skill? Mental recovery skills, Su Xing wondered. I knew you kid didn't learn. Now it's too late, so pack your things and get ready to meet the other teammates. This time there are two beautiful women. Yu Xiaochuan understood when he saw Su Xing's expression, and sighed helplessly. As for the skill scrolls, buy one when you pass by the pro mall. According to Yu Xiaofat, I have to rush to Linjiang City tonight, and I will participate in the secret realm assessment tomorrow morning, which is indeed in a hurry. So Su Xing nodded and said, Cheng, then you wait for me, I'll take my pet with me, Monchi. Su Xing turned around and shouted, which was the name he had given to the lazy man. Monchi Monchi tilde, the lazy man called twice, but Ji was still paralyzed on the sofa. When he woke up, he rushed to the sofa and directly picked up the lazy man. It's quite heavy. In addition to sleeping and eating these days, the lazy man has also risen 2 levels, and now it is close to 40 kilograms. Yu Xiaofat was startled when he saw the lazy man, and almost released the fireball technique directly. Only after seeing that the lazy man was not aggressive did he breathe a sigh of relief and asked, Is this a demon beast, or a spirit beast? Demon beasts can attack humans, but if they are trained spirit beasts, they are friendly to humans. Su Xing shook his head and said, It's neither, it's called a Pokemon. After saying that, he woke up and collected the lazy man into the royal beast ball. Although Yu Xiaofat didn't know what a Pokemon was, he was still deeply attracted by the cute appearance of the lazy man. Xing, discuss something tilde, what's going on? You take out the lazy man and give me a hug. An hour later, Su Xing and Yu Xiaofat were selecting equipment props in the professional mall. I saw all kinds of professionals coming and going in the shopping mall of Nuoda, some with happy faces, some in a hurry. Many professionals in the mall are shouting loudly on the stalls of the shops. Take a look, the freshly baked fine-grade bronze-grade armor only sells for 50,000 yuan. The royal beastmaster must see, the mysterious demon beast pet egg, only sold for 5,000 yuan, open the dragon and you will be the next dragon knight. The whole system of Dharma meditation stones, unlimited supply, those who want to buy it quickly. Su Xing was leisurely wandering around the mall, while Yu Xiaofat was struggling to hold the lazy cub behind him. I said, do you want to put Monchi down? You're a waste of time. Wake up without a good airway. No. I spent 1,000 yuan to buy him a pet beast fruit, he let me hold it, I have to hold it for a few minutes to earn it back. Quote. Su Xingyu was speechless, and simply did not wait for him, and directly entered a skill scroll shop. Boss, how do you sell this spirit recovery skill scroll? A boss with a mustache greeted him and said with a smile, bronze level spirit recovery scroll 80,000, silver level 800,000. Tong Suo is not deceived. 80,000, you're robbing. Quote. Su Xing was taken aback by this price, and hesitated, isn't it cheaper? The boss looked carefully, seemed to recognize Su Xing, and was surprised. Little brother, could it be the awakening of the light system priest profession a few days ago? Su Xing raised his chin and nodded. That's right. What, the boss has a discount. In the future, I will become famous, and I promise to help you publicize more. Quote. The boss actually seriously considered it, and then took out a scroll and handed it to Su Xingdao. This is the flash scroll, the market price is around 20,000, and the 2 scrolls add up to 80,000 pieces, how? Su Xing was surprised, he didn't expect that he was already famous, and he actually got a skill scroll in vain. Awakening paid the money and walked out of the store, learning the 2 skill scrolls by hand. Among them, the spiritual recovery skill can consume one's own mental power to restore mental power for any professional. For example, if a certain law professional casts too much and has no mana, then awakening can help him quickly return to the blue. As for flashing, it is a low-level skill of the light class, which can release a large amount of light in an instant to illuminate an area, which is a very practical skill. Wake up. Awakening, who was looking down in deep thought, heard a cry. Looking back, he saw Yu Xiaochuan standing not far away, and there were 3 people standing beside him. Presumably this is the teammate of the secret realm assessment, said Su Xing secretly. P.S. Woo, brother's flower rating is too low, can the little friends who see this vote for the evaluation? At least tell the author that someone is watching. Closing parenthesis. Chapter 11. Awaken strange teammates. Good fellow, the professional is really bluffing. Su Xing muttered as he walked towards everyone. I saw a young girl about 1 meter and 7 meters tall, dressed in a blue mage robe, with fair skin and a delicate face. It was Wang Yuyan, the ice mage who received the award with Su Awakening at the awakening ceremony. There was also a burly boy dressed in light armor and armed with a spear. As for the last teammate, it looks even more bluffing. The height is only less than 1 meter 6, but it must be at least 116 depending on the body shape. Because this professional was wearing a set of heavily armed armor, even his face was covered tightly, making it difficult to see his face. Hello, my name is Lin Bauer. Presumably, you are the light system priest who shot the 4 seats at the awakening conference. Quote. The spear boy smiled brightly and extended his hand very politely. Su Xing also shook hands in a friendly way, but what he thought was, Lin Bauer? This name is also too. Mom, right? Lin Bauer seemed to see the idea of awakening, scratched her head and said. In fact, my father named me Lin Bao. This name is very domineering, right? But when my mother found out, she insisted that the name was too tacky, so she changed it to Lin Bauer. Su Xing nodded slightly, reluctantly accepting this reason. Wang Yuyan also nodded to Su Xing, and said lightly, my name is Wang Yuyan. Quote. The atmosphere brushed up awkwardly, this introduction. Too cold, right? Yu Xiaofat hurriedly stepped forward to play the circle and said, ice mage, that's it. Understood. Quote. Finally, it was the turn of the heavily armored professional to introduce himself. I saw that it took a long time before he spoke. My name is Li Chu. The profession is a guard. After the introduction of the three people, a strange look rose on Su Xing's face. Good guys, it's normal for none of the three teammates. The only normal Lin Bauer's name is not normal. Yu Xiaofat returned the lazy man in his hand to wake up, and said with a slight excitement, since everyone is together, then let's get ready to go. Everyone quickly got on the intercity bus to Binhai City. The people sitting on the bus were all students who went to the secret realm copy for the assessment. Su Xing sat in the last row and asked Yu Xiaofat on the side in a low voice, Little Fat, are these teammates you are looking for reliable? How does it feel like every normal person? Yu Xiaofat said with understanding, geniuses, they are all a little quirky. Look at that iceberg beautiful young Queen Yu Yan, in just 1 week, the career level has reached level 15. This shows that her initial spiritual value is at least 18 o'clock, so she has such a fast meditation speed. And that Lin Bauer, don't look at his strange name, he is a level 12 lancer of the combat profession of the 8 classics. It is known as the first lethality among cold weapons. Quote. As for Autumn, it can only be said that it is very mysterious, even I don't know what he looks like. But his combat level is the highest among us, up to level 16. Quote. Su Xing was slightly surprised, these people upgraded too quickly, right? First chapter previous chapter 8 211th next chapter end table of contents. Previous, starting from the Elden Law Ring. Next, Omnibus, Infinite Journey, starting from the Shield Lady Invincible.